Good morning everyone. So today you are going to learn the science topic. This is the 5th standard topic, that is the respiration and reproduction in living things. So you know that respirations and reproduction, you already know about this term from standard 3. You heard this name, respiration and the reproduction. So all living thing breathe to stay alive. Okay, so living things take in oxygen from air and gives out the carbon dioxide. All living things also produce their own kind. This is called as the reproduction. So this helps the plants and the animal to exist on the earth. Reproduction and respiration, both these are the different terms, but these are the very important characteristic of the living things. So first you see the respiration in animals and the plants. Okay, all living things respire, so they need oxygen to burn the foods within their bodies. The burning of the food in their bodies release energy, and this energy is used for our daily activity. You know that you have to do the different type of the activity, okay, daily activity. For this you have to need the lot of energy. Okay, so all living things take oxygen in different way. The animal on the land breathe in oxygen from air. Animal live in water, they take oxygen from water. Okay, so breathing in animals. See the breathing in animals. Different animal breathe in different way. Do you know how we breathe? You have the two spongy elastic bag called as the lungs. Okay, you all breathe through the lungs. When you breathe, oxygen reach air enter in our body through nose and windpipe. So, and this windpipe air is enter through nose and the windpipe, and after that to the lungs. From the lungs, the air goes back to the different parts of our body. You know that there are the different parts in our body, that air goes to the different parts of the body. There it's help to bloom or break down the food, means absorb food and release energy. And this release energy is used for the different type of the activities. So during the burning of the foods, the carbon dioxide is also produced, and this carbon dioxide is also goes back to the lungs and is breathed out. So this whole process is called as the respiration. Okay, animals like the mammals, reptiles and the birds breathe through the lungs. They have the two lungs. So oxygen passes air into the lungs, into the spongy walls of the lung. From here the oxygen is absorbed in the blood and carried in different parts of our body. Carbon dioxide is also produced after burning of the food, so and breathes out. So all this about the breathing in animals. So you see, in case of fish is also breathe by, there is a respiratory organ called as the gills. When they in water, they take the oxygen from water, and that oxygen is reaches up to the gills. Okay, so animal, you have to take the example of the animal frog. When frog is in the initial state, if frog lay the eggs, at that time that hatches out, and this frog means you have to take the respiration is going on. So frog is respire through the gills. Okay, so gills, if the frog is in the tadpole position when it is very young, so at that time tadpole respire through the help with the gills, and after In adult stage, it respires through the lungs when it is adult. Okay, in case of insect, there is the air holes. In case of insect, there is the air holes. That air hole is called as the spiracle. That air hole is called as the spiracle, and with the help of this spiracle, the insect respire. You have to take the example of the earthworm. Earthworm is also respire with the help of skin. The respiratory organs of the earthworm is the skin. Okay, so this is all about the respiration in animals. You have to see the respiration in plants. The respiration in the plants is in different way. On the leaf of the plants, suppose that this is the leaf of the plant. Okay, so in the leaf of the plant there is a fine opening. That fine opening is called as the stomata. This type of the opening is here. So this type of the opening is called as the stomata. So with the help of stomata, plant respire. So you have to see, you have to learn this means respiration in plant by activity. You have to take one activity here. You have to take two jar, name it A and B. You have to take some socket seed in jar A. Okay, and you have to take some boiled seed in jar B. In jar A, you have to moist that seeds. Okay, you have to keep moist place that will cover both the jar. By activity you have to explain this. So in jar A you have to take here the socket seeds, and in B also you have to take the burning socket seed, means you have to boil first that seed. Okay, and cover, and you have to keep this both the jar 2 or 3 days. After keeping, you add the lime water in both the jar. You have to add the lime water. What you add there? Lime water in both the jar. So what you observe? You observe that the lime water turns milky in jar A. Lime water turns milky. Why it is milky? It is milky due to the presence of carbon dioxide. The lime water turns milky due to the presence of carbon dioxide. Okay, so now this is all about the respiration in animals and the plants. Okay, so now you have to see your second term, that is the reproduction. So you know that all living things reproduce of their own kind. That is called as the reproduction. The method of reproduction in different in case of animal or in case of plants. Okay, the way of reproduction is different in every living organism. You have to take some animals, so you have to see the birds first. So why they respire, why they reproduce? Because if you want to stay alive, if you want to exist, if you want to continue the growth or continue the life cycle, so that's why reproduction is very important terms. So you have to see some examples, that is the animals. So in that birds is also reproduce. So they reproduce by the means laying the eggs. Some eggs, you know that, you already know the eggs. You have to take the example of the sparrow, crow. So they give the eggs first, and after that hatching the young one is produced. Okay, so in case of frog also, they also lay the eggs. They lay the eggs in the water. So after that if the eggs is hatches, they form the small tadpole. So these tadpoles have tadpole eggs have the outer covering. Said that outer covering protected a jelly-like structure. It is the jelly-like structure. So after hatching this egg, they form the tadpole. if growth is takes place in that, and after that the in adult stage frog is there. So in this way the reproduction takes place in the frog. In fishes, fish is also lay the eggs on the water. Okay, so the eggs of the fish is called as the swan. You have to take the others examples. You have to take the example of the snake, lizards, crocodile, turtle. They also lay the eggs on the ground. So if they want to hatch the eggs, they warm with the help of the sun. They warm, and after that warming the eggs is hatches. Some birds take the care of their eggs, but lots of eggs are under lots of birds or lots of animals not take the care of their young ones. So now you see the reproduction in plant. This is all about the reproduction in animals. Now you see the reproduction in plants. So the way of reproduction in plant is different. Okay, so there is a one method, you can say the new method. You heard so many times these words root, stem, leaves. So there is a term that is the vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation is the method by which a new plant grow. So some plants grow by roots, some plants grow by stem, some plants grow by leaves. Okay, so you have to take some examples of those plants are reproduced by the roots. So in some you have to take the example of the gingers or onion. There is a tiny pores, tiny buds. So with the help of the tiny buds, they produce the new plants. In this way the vegetative means, you have to say, in this way the reproduction takes place in that plants by root. Some plants reproduce by stem. You have to take the example of the rose plants. Okay, so gardener generally cut the stem of the roots for rose plants. So if you want to take the stem of the plants, so you have to reproduce the another plants also by that stem. So in this way, by stem the reproduction takes place. You have to take the example of the rose. And second, after that layering is also the one of the process. By layering is also the one of the process. So in some plant reproduce by layering. If you have to take the one plant and the branches of that plants are bent toward the ground. Some branches of the plant bent toward the ground and they cover the soil, and after that they produce the new plants. In this way the reproduction takes place by roots, by stem, or by layering also. You have to take the one example, that is the Bryophyllum plants. So on the edges of these Bryophyllum plants there is a bud-like structure. So in this bud-like structure new plant is also grow. So here the way of reproduction of the animal is different and the plants is different. Their reproduction way is different. Okay, so this is all about the respiration and reproduction in living organism. Okay, so thank you all of you.